Welcome back. You're with us on Bazaar Morning Call. And as promised, it is time to check out all the top stocks that we need to watch out for. And our research team is standing by with the CNBC-TV18 list of top possible movers for the day with exactly that, guys. Good morning. Let's start up with the UPL. Sonal, what are you watching for over here?
Well, it's a big fundraise that the company has announced, 4,200 crore rupees. This will be via rights issue. Of course, it needs approval. And in terms of the further details is something that we will be getting to know as well. But this is a big one that the company has announced. And this comes in after a buyback that they had announced back in March 2022. But do remember, the agrochemical industry is facing a lot of inventory issues. There have been debt hikes as well that the company has seen. And that is the reason maybe why they are in need of some more funds. They have cut their FY24 revenue and EBITDA guidance as well, and they are seeing EBITDA declining versus an EBITDA growth in FY24 earlier. They have spoken about inventory destocking, high debt issues, so maybe this is a way of them getting liquidity back into the system. But yes, the stock will be in focus on the back of this fundraise that the company has announced.
Thank you very much for that. And that buyback that Sonal was referring to, which happened in March of 2022, at that time the company had bought back at a price of 813 rupees. And now the stock price is at 581, a good 30% lower compared to the average price at which the company had bought back shares of 1,100 crore. Thank you very much. UPL with that 4,200 crore of fundraise. Mangalam joins in for more on TV18. Mangalam.
Well, there are multiple news reports which are saying that there is a big deal in the media industry which is in the works, and this is between Reliance as well as Disney. Now, Reliance and Disney, as per the reports, have entered a non-binding agreement for a merger of the Indian operations of Disney itself. And Reliance in this merged entity will hold 51% or controlling stake, whereas Disney will hold 49%. And this deal will be done via a combination of shares and cash. The deal, as per those news reports itself, is likely to be completed by Feb 2024. And this comes in the light of this mega media merger that took place between Network 18 and TV18 itself. So will these stocks be impacted in today's trading session or not is the thing that I'll be looking out for. Of course, all of this with the usual disclaimers that TV18 and Network 18 are owners of the TV channel that you're currently watching. And Reliance, of course, is also the owner of TV18 and Network 18. We've been writing to Reliance and we are awaiting a response from them.
All right, Mangalam, thanks very much for that. So keep an eye out on those names. But technology should also be in focus, but maybe slightly on the negative side if you had to choose colors. Red would be that. Infosys and Wipro both in focus. Rima, tell us why.
So Infosys in September of 2023 had announced that they're entering into an MOU for a large deal, $1.5 billion over 10 years. This was an MOU and it was subject to the two parties entering into a master services agreement, finally signing on that dotted line. Over the weekend, the company has said that the MOU stands terminated. There will be no such deal. Now, it's important to note that the actual deals which have been announced by the company, the TCV, total contract value, announced in Q2 did not include this MOU. But it's just that when a company like Infosys announces an MOU, there is an implicit understanding that it will be eventually converted into an official deal. A master services agreement will be signed. So in that context, it's priced in by the street and it's a bit disappointing. Wipro is the second stock we're watching because on Friday, the stock had rallied 6.6%. There were rumors, again, there were just rumors in the market of a possible management change about Sanjay Jalona, who is the ex-CEO of LTI joining Wipro. That was probably the reason why the stock did well, but we've got a clarification from Wipro saying they deny these rumors completely and therefore the stock may see some profit.
Okay, so we need to watch out for some of these IT majors, lots of news on them. Let's go to Ekta now. She's watching out for a couple more. Ekta, morning. Which ones are on your list?
Thanks for that. Well, I'll start with Lupin. I expect that stock to be in the green, probably a little neutral. They are going to be purchasing a portfolio of established products from Sanofi in Europe and Canada for around 91 odd crores. There are milestones to the tune of 72.8 crores also on future sales. Turnover of brands is around 53.7 crores as of FY23 and is expected to help build the company's respiratory portfolio. Aurobindo, the US FDA, conducted a pre-approval inspection of the company's new injectable facility in New Jersey. It was inspected from 11 December to 22nd December and was issued 10 observations. The company says they are procedural, yet to begin operations in terms of the plant, so the impact will be nil. Zydus Life API site was inspected by the US FDA, issued 6 observations. Company says no data integrity, no repeat observations. There are 4 drug master files which are filed from this site and are requiring approval with the US FDA. So the company is going to work to try and resolve these issues as fast as possible. You could expect Aurobindo and Zydus to probably see some red today, Lupin probably green to neutral.
Thank you for that. For more stocks which are in the news, Mangalam joins in.
Well, I will start with Adani Wilmar. That's likely because the company will, or rather the promoters of the company will sell 1.24% stake in over the next 1 month in the open market itself. And this is to meet the minimum public shareholding norms. And it'll be very interesting to see how the stock reacts, largely because, one, there is some supply coming in over the next 1 month. And also, there are hopes of more supply coming in as well, because as of September, the promoters held about 87% stake in the company. So to meet the minimum public shareholding norms, they have to bring it down to 75% itself. The other stock that I'm watching out for is Anupam Rasayanan, this one on the green side. That's because the company has signed a letter of intent worth nearly $61 million or 507 crore rupees with a leading Japanese chemical company. And this supply will start from 2024 itself. And with this order, the company's orders signed so far for this year will be around 8,000 crores.
Okay, got that. We also have thanks, Mangalam, for this one. Abhishek, you are watching out for RBL Bank. Fill us in on the news here.
Well, Yogesh K. Dayal, whose term as an additional director has actually come to an end, he was appointed by RBI for a period of 2 years, that is from 24th of December 2021 to up to 23rd of December 2023. Now, this took place, his appointment took place on the day that ex-MD and CEO, that is Vishwavir Ahuja, had actually gone on leave. That was on 25th December 2021. So, just to alert our viewers, the stock is also out of F&O ban, and this news actually works positive for RBL Bank. Back to you.
Okay, thank you very much for that. We'll also watch for more stocks like Paytm on the back of that cost-cutting, potential job losses. For employees at Paytm, there is Adani Green Energy, where the board will be meeting today to consider a fundraise. So lots of stocks. It's going to be an action-packed day, but here's a quick recap of the top stocks that we're watching. Stocks with positive news flow are UPL, TV18 Broadcast, Lupin, Anupam Rasayan, RBL Bank. Stocks with negative news flow are Infy, Wipro, Aurobindo Pharma, Zydus Life, and Adani Wilmar. Okay, let's get to some brokerage notes that we have for the day. So